pigs, Patreon, Paul Wheaton, and other updates are coming right up. We're having a rare event here today. It's not raining here on the grass-fed homestead. Non-rain days are few and far between now, it seems, but we are having a lot of wind, and I have misplaced my wind filter. I usually keep it in the pocket of my jacket, and it fell out when I was taking some of my hay gloves out. It just fell out at some point, and I don't know where it went. So without my wind filter, I'm gonna be hanging out in the sheep shelter for a little bit. That's for your benefit, so you don't have to hear all that awful wind noise. I'm doing an update video today to show you the different elements going on throughout the homestead, let you know how all the animals are doing. I've been getting questions from viewers such as, how are the baby chicks doing? How are the pigs doing? Etc, etc. So I figure I'd just do a video and show you everything that's going on right now and how everyone's doing. But before getting into the animal updates, I'm gonna let you know about something going on with Paul Wheaton. Paul has invited me to come out to Wheaton Labs in Missoula, Montana to discuss with him doing some ongoing video production work for him. So early tomorrow morning, I'm leaving for Missoula to spend the day at Wheaton Labs. Nick Fouch from the Fouch-O-Matic YouTube channel, he is also Esther Emery's husband, fellow Idahoan homesteaders. Nick Fouch is currently at the labs and he'll still be there tomorrow. Paul has made arrangements with Nick and me to give us a tour of the labs in the surrounding property area. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to get out there again. I was out there 3 years ago when Paul had not been on the property very long. So it'll be really neat to see the development and all the things that have been going on, all the innovation at the labs. I don't have all the details yet of what this video production project or these ongoing projects are gonna look like, but there's a likelihood that I will not be putting out any videos next week, so I can get started on the actual editing and production of Paul's videos that are going to be featured on his YouTube channel. I'm really not sure how the timing of all this is going to work out yet. I will definitely keep you guys posted, but again, I probably won't have any videos out next week. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Next up, the pigs. The pigs have completely rooted up their paddock. Their paddock area is 16 by 32, and 4 small American guinea hogs tore it up. On the first day we got them, within 30 minutes, they started the rooting. By 48 hours later, the entire paddock was turned up. A couple days ago, I talked to our friend John Shepard, who is a pig breeder. He breeds Idaho pasture pigs, but he has a lot of experience with the pigs. And he was saying that it's definitely the moist ground. It really entices them to root. The moist ground coupled with all the grubs and worms that are coming up because of that moisture, the pigs just can't help themselves but to root them out. If we wanted to put our garden in the pig corral area, it would be a perfect tilling job. They did a fantastic job if that's where we wanted the garden, but that is not where we want the garden. My tentative plan right now is to eventually move the pigs out of their corral into a slightly wooded area where if they are going to continue rooting, it's not going to be disturbing pasture or anything like that. It's going to be in an area that I'm not using for anything else. I'm really questioning whether I want to do a rotational grazing system with them. Originally that was the plan. I was going to move them paddock to paddock in the pastures behind the sheep, but that's definitely not going to happen right now until the summer when things dry out here. So in the meantime, I'll probably keep them in that wooded area. Once the pigs are out of the corral, I'm going to overseed that area. I'm not sure with what yet, but some kind of cover crop, maybe even sunflowers, stuff for the chickens to eat. What do you think of the pigs, little buddy?
I like the sheep more than the pigs, because the sheep do great. They were kind of good to me.
The ground in the sheep corral area is getting pretty mucky and squishy with every step. There's this squish, squish noise of all the moisture building up. We've just had so much rain each day that the ground just never gets to dry out, so it's really getting mucky in here. Even though our pastures aren't quite ready yet to be putting livestock on them, if we started grazing them now, then it would really destroy the grass as it's just starting to get going. But even though they're not ready, I opened up a couple paddock areas for the sheep just to get them off of this spot. This is the paddock I put them in a couple days ago. You can see the outline of where the fence was and all the area that was grazed versus what wasn't grazed. This morning I set up an adjacent paddock for them and they're really happy to be out on some grass. Check this out. And just to give you an idea of how quickly they eat all that pasture down, this is what that same paddock looks like right now, just 4 or 5 hours later. We've had Blue, our Akbash livestock guardian dog, for a week now. After I published the video of us getting Blue, I got a lot of concerned comments from you guys, and they're pretty justified. There's a lot of concern for his overall health and happiness. I've worked extensively with him over the last week. I've spent hours with him each day trying to overcome some of the issues that we're dealing with, and we've made a little bit of progress, but we have a long way to go. But just know we are addressing the concerns of his health, and we're trying to do everything we can to help integrate him and make him comfortable here. Now let's move over to the world of our feathered friends, the chickens. Mama hen and her chick are doing fine. They're still in the tractor. Because that chick is in with her mama hen, who keeps her warm and provides most of her needs, all I need to do is make sure there's water and there's food in there, and she takes care of the rest. So they're a real easy keeper right now. It's really interesting that our baby chick that the hen hatched is only 5 days or so younger than our broiler chicks. So check out the broiler chicks and how big they are.
Baby, they're my baby meat birds.
Your baby meat birds.
Yes. When my babies grow up, you eat them.
About a week ago, we moved these guys out to our big outdoor brooder that we made. They were getting really stinky and putting off a lot of dust in our house, and they really grew out that stock tank that we had them in, so it was time for the outdoor brooder. Now, it's been cold here still, cold, windy, and rainy the last week they've been out there, but I put an old bed sheet over the openings and put up a little bit of plastic in the gaps as well. And we also upgraded to two 250-watt heat lamps. And between the heat lamps and the sheet, they have been just fine. We've had 0 losses, and we were a little concerned the first night because we didn't know how it was going to go, but we've had no problems whatsoever. But that's not the last of our updates in the chicken world. Check this one out.
We have a chickshaw.
That's right, we managed to acquire a chickshaw. How cool is that? Cool?
Yeah, but pretty cool.
Our friend Rob from Amiable Acres built that over the winter and has since redesigned the chickshaw and made an additional one to his specifications that's more appropriate for our winter climate. And he decided to sell his first one that he made that's a lot closer to the Justin Rhodes model. It was really cool to be able to help Rob out by buying the chickshaw from him, and also it was really helpful for us because we don't have a lot of time to be building one right now, and we got a really good deal on it. So over the next week or so, we're going to start transitioning the chickens out of the greenhouse and into the chickshaw. I have a couple more items and we'll get this video wrapped up. Number 1, Patreon. I've gotten asked from several of our viewers about having a Patreon account. For those of you who don't know what Patreon is a platform for content creators to receive support funding from their viewers or listeners depending on what kind of content they're producing. So if there were a particular content creator you would like to support, if you get a lot of value out of their content and you want to help contribute to the sustainability of that content, you could go to their Patreon account and choose to make a financial contribution to them. And generally, the content creators will offer rewards or perks for helping contribute to them. In our case, I'm still trying to work out the details and decide what exactly I can offer. If you are interested in supporting us and helping us in our journey here, producing this content, there are different levels at which you can contribute. You can donate $1, $3, $5, $10 a month, make it a reoccurring monthly thing. Right now, the different concepts I'm working with for giving benefits to the Patreon supporters is a monthly live streaming exclusive video event. I believe the way I have it set up right now is if you donate $3 a month, you can become a producer for our channel and help us guide the content, help us pick different topics for different videos, and really help guide the direction of the channel going forward. I'll also create some bonus videos that are exclusive to Patreon supporters. Again, if you guys are interested in helping us, we would greatly appreciate any support you can give us. Even just $1 a month pledge would be completely awesome. So there's a link in the description below that will take you to our Patreon account so you can check it out. And lastly, there's another way you can help support us right now. Paul Wheaton is hosting a permaculture design course at the Wheaton Labs coming up in May. And he's running a Kickstarter right now to help fund a filming project for that permaculture design course, where they're going to actually live stream the course as well as film a lot of different content that they're going to have available for digital download. If you're interested in supporting this Kickstarter to help fund that, there are really good perks for supporting that. All kinds of permaculture goodies that Paul is offering right now. And if you use our link that I'm providing below in the description, we get an affiliate kickback for sending you there. So again, if you guys are interested in getting any of this content from his permaculture design course, consider supporting this Kickstarter and using our link so we get a little bit of kickback for that. Thanks, guys.